Okay. I'm going to do an introduction, then I will ask to you, Anibal. Okay, hello everyone. Hello IRPA team, and then we are here to show you the third session of today. This is RPA for Finance, Tax, and Accounting. So we have here Anibal, Freitas, and Fernando. They are going to be the speakers of this session. I am Marcel Vilassa. I am the organizational team. We have also Rutvik Shoudari, and we are running this event today to share precious knowledge about intelligent global process automation. Rutvik, do you have any comments?
Yeah, once again, everyone, welcome to the SAP RPA second edition webinar. And so below in the link, video link description, you can find the links for other videos. So as we have designed 5 sessions, and along with that, we are having in SAP Community program, the Champion program, Influence program and all. So please feel free to join the community and expand your knowledge and share your knowledge through blogs and other information things. And yeah, so I think it's good to start. Anibal, it's all yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me share my screen here. I hope you can see it. Okay, so let's get started. Today, what I have prepared here, Fernando and I, we are going to talk about some opportunities. The idea is to share with you some opportunities for automation on the finance, tax, and accounting perspective. Okay, but besides that, we will start introducing something about the transformation chain and also the hyper automation. Those are 2 important concepts here. We are going to share some experience with you as well. Then I will move to Fernando. He will show to you a very quick demo about automation of a billing scenario in SAP. And then finally, we will share with you some tips about how to, once you learn more, etc. What are the let's say, the tools and resources that we have from SAP or from different sources in order to know about RPA tools, technologies, okay? That's fine. Talking about transformation thing, what is the transformation chain? This is, let's say, a group of three important steps. We believe that it's important to understand how people, what is happening with people, you know, how the transformation that the users, the people from different countries, from different, you know, areas, what they are facing, what they need. It's important to understand that. How the business is moving as well, and how the technology is supporting that, okay? Okay, do you understand what is people transformation? So what we believe here, that understanding the human behavior is very important, very, very important in order to create really, let's say, intelligent bots that will perform the human tasks and to take decisions in a good way, right? So because the idea of the bot or the robot is to automate a task that is done by a human. So if you don't know good how human being thinks, how they prefer to work, etc., probably you'll not be able to create good bots, okay? What is also important to share is that technology is increasingly accessible and part of daily lives, much more. So people does not accept anymore only, oh, I will try to generate a file text here and then let's try to integrate something manually, or, you know, people is getting more used with the technology, with cell phone, with mobile. So they are more and more demanding about, let's say, the best of breed or cutting edge technology, okay? And in terms of bots, we believe that there's no way back. Sometimes for IT people, RPA or hyper automation, artificial intelligence and other type of technologies, machine learning, etc. It's something new, but now what we are seeing is that business people already discovered the power of the bots. And now we see on a daily basis, we see that people does not ask anymore just for, I would like to have some interface, some development, some specific solution. They are asking IT for bots. Okay, so we need to face this new reality. Okay, and what about business transformation? How it is happening? So what we see here is that the ESG factors, environment, social, and governance, are getting more and more attention of all the people involved. Okay, shareholders, executives, employees. So it's not only making money anymore. You need to see other aspects that involve the business. Okay, COVID-19 is also something that changed a lot. It's something that you are facing on your business, on your personal lives, that the COVID-19, because of the distance, the business, different type of business are going digital faster. Okay, so it's important to have some new solutions to be more digital. Okay, the supply chain flows are also changing. Okay, new ways to buy and also to delivery are raising. So usually people that use it to, I will go to a store and buy something, now you expect to receive on your home. So this is a new scenario that is important to track it. Okay, and because of the digital movement as well, we see that the economy of scale is something very important to beat the competition. Okay, not only on a global perspective but also on a global perspective, because you have more now. You don't have you can buy something or can you interact something with other countries, other economies. So if you don't have scale, probably you'll be difficult to continue and move with the business goals. Okay, fine, Anibal. And what about digital transformation? Okay, so we see that is coming a best of breed train. What is best of breed? You choose the best software, okay, for each domain, for each specific need. Usually in the past, we prefer to choose something or a suite of software that have a lot of modules, a lot of things integrated. This is still good, but we still see that if you have opportunity to choose a best software specific for a specific domain, now the technology to integrate them is much better. So we see this trend in the market, okay, in terms of the digitalization of the companies. No more, let's say, space for paper, not use software. Okay, you buy a suite, you buy a lot of model, a lot of things, but you use just 10%, 20%. So you will losing money if you do that, losing time. So the software as a service and the movements you have, I want to pay only for what I use, is very important as well. And the path for hyper automation, okay, because we see some companies that are automating some repetitive tasks, but there is a movement to be more, to automate with more intelligence, okay. And this is where we have the hyper automation. I don't know if you are aware about that, but Gartner, they have a top 10 strategic ranking, and hyper automation is one of that, okay, of technology. Hyper automation is the idea that anything that can be automated in an organization, it should be automated, okay. Let's say the way of thinking, let's start manually and then we automate in the future, is something that does not make sense. So automate first is something that we are seeing that is happening. Okay, hyper automation, it combines several different technologies, okay, like such as RPA, machine learning, business process management. You have the conversation as well for chatbot. You can add some intelligence on machine learning, deep learning, some advanced algorithms. So you can combine a lot of things. It's difficult to have one. That's why we mentioned that it's difficult to have one single vendor that can handle everything, okay? Because we have new options, new ways, new platforms. We need to integrate everything. So it's important to have this holistic background. Okay. Okay, Anibal, but what SAP offers for me for hyper automation? We see some different technologies. Intelligent RPA is one of them, but we have other services on the BTP, okay, which is the former cloud platform, okay. Conversational AI, we have SAP Leonardo, so there's a lot of different solutions and approach that you can follow in order to automate your business, okay. Now let's talk about some opportunities for RPA, okay, on the finance, tax, and accounting perspective. First, on the finance, we can use that for finance. Let me show some examples for you. You can handle that with invoice management, inbound and for outbound as well for billing. We are show a demo for billing in some next minutes. For payments, for collection as well, for approvals, you can have some bots to take decisions for a human being, okay, in terms of payments or collections. Integration with banking, we see that the movement of open banking is growing a lot, especially here in Brazil. The bank statement, settlements, receipts. So sometimes you need to store the receipt and share with different people that or alert a lot of people about some payment, some information, some finance document, and cash flow as well, in order to have your money, your planning, in a very good way. Okay. Talking about tax, we also see that we can use RPA for tax as a service. Okay, it's the idea to have the calculation, tax determination, the law monitoring, the tax determination, tax calculation outside SAP. This is something that the S/4HANA Cloud, for instance, implements the tax service. They are following this idea because usually tax legislation for different countries, especially in Latin America, are very complex. So it's coming much more difficult for SAP or for other teams to monitor all the chains. And so the idea is to have some kind of hub, some kind of doors open to integrate with specific vendors and aggregate that in a single platform like SAP. Okay. Update tables, you can use this service to update tables of the SAP tax engine that you use in your country. Okay. Month-end closing calculation, you need to check all the debits, all the credits of tax that you have, and then you can consolidate that, apply some different rules. So why not a robot do this for you? Tax collections and returns, legal reporting, you need to prepare, especially here in Brazil, we have a lot of fiscal obligations with hundreds of legal requirements on official manuals here. We have 1,000 of fields to report, and then it's very complex. So you need to combine to extract information from different sources. So you can use bots for that as well. Okay, you can collect data, prepare, validate, sign, submit, and then you can check the results. So to check the calendar as well, because we have some deadlines for submitting legal reporting in Brazil. So those are good opportunities to implement bots to support the tax team. Okay, master data update, because you have to send all the information of your vendors, your customers, or business partners in general, and to implement tax and compliance analyzer solutions to check if you are you keep the compliance. If operation on purchasing, on sales, in production, in accounting, if you are following all the rules that of your country. Okay. In accounting perspective, we will also have a lot of opportunities to implement RPA. Okay, maintain account determination rules, generate, analyze balance sheets, P&L, to calculate and monitor and management of fixed assets, especially fixed assets depreciation. okay? The material ledger, sorry, to calculate cost of material, other type of cost analysis, electronic accounting we see on different countries, special programs to submit accounting information to the government. So electronic accounting is also an opportunity. The transfer pricing, when you have business between subsidiaries, so there are some specific legislation about how is the price that you can follow for these transactions. So you can use bots for that as well, and for compliance too. Okay. Let me share some experience with RPA for you. First, you can see inside of SAP a lot of cases. Okay, good cases with some message with some numbers of the benefits. Okay, we have a lot of that, not only for finance but also for other for logistics or for other domains. If you want to, hey, Anibal, I'm from finance department of my company, but I don't know how I can get started. I need to prepare a business case for my boss, for the director, and I don't know how I can show that is important, that makes sense to create some bots, to implement some bots. So SAP offers a work tool for you. So you can use, I'm sharing the link here. Then you have some steps like a workflow, okay, like a wizard. And then you can collect the information that you need to let's say, to prove that implementing some bots can save some money, you can save some time, and you can let your employees to perform more tactical or strategic tasks, okay? We had some opportunity here in Prime Control to implement and to create some bots for the customers, okay? For instance, we have here, we created a bot to pay the IPTU, that is specific tax here in Brazil, okay? We also had some bots for incoming automation, okay, inbound automation of invoice, okay. Here in Brazil, we say that's not a fiscal, it's our type of invoice here. We also created some bots to monitor the websites of some utilities providers, utility vendors, and get some information about invoice or what is pending. So, and then integrate with SAP, with the ERP, to check some information about master data as well. So here in Brazil, our tax ID is CNPJ, so we are able to check the website for some tax authorities and check information there and make sure that our master data is up to date, okay? That's important. I like a lot about resource of RPA, because we can implement some technology to, let's say, broke the captcha, or reCAPTCHA. If you ask for a BAP developer to do that, probably he will not be able to say how to do that. But with RPA skills, with RPA knowledge, it's possible to perform some web crawling. It's another important concept for that, and to get information from different sources on the web and consolidate everything and up to date in your SAP, okay? We also created some other bots for other areas, but integrating with finance as well. Especially, for instance, we have implemented how to purchase the, let's say, transport tickets for the employees of Curitiba city, and then of course this integrates with the ERP, because you need to represent that on the accounts payable. Okay, workflow for service providers as well. Okay, for insurance companies, reimbursements, we also implemented some bots for that. So I'm just showing to you some examples. Okay, just to give you an idea, the power of the bots, how you can add value to your business using bots for your operation. Okay. The other experience that I would like to share with you is that we we see some growing about the movement of bot stores. And here at Prime Control, we are able to create our first bot store. It's called Prime Robots. Okay, so we are delivering robot as a service, you know, so instead of creating and develop from scratch, you can just access and sign. You have some test drive there as well. Okay, so the idea is to create a bot store with a lot of different robots that you can just sign in, and it's ready to use and connect with your systems. Okay, let me now call Fernando here to show a quick demo about billing scenario automation in SAP. Okay, Fernando, please.
All right, thank you, Anibal. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for your presence. Well, my name is Fernando Barcelos. I'm gonna show you a simple example of an automation of a process on SAP. We chose an SD scenario, as Anibal said. It's a billing process. We recorded a video of the process so that to make it more didactic. All right. Okay, Anibal, there is a slide, a last slide.
Do you want to share your screen first, or do you want me to move here?
I guess you should.
Okay, let me share here, no problem.
Please. It's just the scenario, all right? We have 6 steps in this automation. First step is to create sales order. We use the transaction VA01. We're going to check the availability, if it is confirmed correctly on VA03. We are going to release credit on VKM3. We're going to create a shipment on VL01N. We are going to make the billing on VF01, and going to check if the electronic invoice is generated correctly. All right, now I'm gonna share here. Just a moment. Yes. Well, stop. Let me see. I have a problem sharing here. Let me see. Just a moment, please.
Maybe do you want me to share here, Fernando?
I guess you're gonna have to share and have a problem. Having a
No
problem
problem.
here.
No problem. Let me.
Sorry.
Can I get started here?
Just a moment. Let me say something. The first step here that the bot's gonna do is to enter on VA01 and create the sales order. All right. You will get the data we configured and start filling in the fields. So you can go on, please. It's going to fill the fields, right? The material, the quantity, the unity, center. Just a moment, please. Well, the bot is gonna check if there is any message on the showing any message, and he's going to interact with it, clicking on OK or choosing some option there. All right, you can go.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to put 2 materials here. Right, second one. Quantity. Well, it interacts with the message. Then he clicks on the, in a moment he's gonna click on the material to go to item data. Now, just pause there. And now he's going to schedule a line to check the confirmed quantity. Please go ahead. Let's check for both material.
Here you can see, right, Fernando, that you can program your bot to perform all the tax determination, okay, all the codes that is necessary to, in this case, to perform the billing, you know, to issue the nota fiscal.
Yeah, he's checking a CFLP, ICMS tax, and IPI, tax in Brazil. Okay, go now for the next material. Now he's going to the header data to change the payment method. Right there. And change the payment method.
Oh, sorry. I click on the. Let me move here.
No.
Okay, we're here, right, Fernando? Sorry, here.
Yes, change the payment method. You can see this red border. It's where the bot is acting. It checks that the limit. Oh, pause just a minute.
And then he created the sales order, right?
Yeah, he saved the sales order. He gets the number of the sales order, all right. And then he goes to release the credit.
Oh, sorry, this is not good.
Yes, he released the credit there. Now he access VL01 and right to create a shipment, makes the picking. And when it's done, he gets the shipment number and goes to VF01 to create the billing. Inform the shipment number.
Sorry, again. I was not trained like Fernando on this.
The shipment number, he saves and get the billing number. Now he access the SE16N to get the invoice number. Inform when he gets the invoice number, it's going to J1BNFE, informs the number and the company, the invoice number, right? And then here he checks the emission of the NFE. In this case, Cephas was with some problem. In that moment, we couldn't generate the NFE. But that's a simple demo of what you can do with RPA. Thank you, Anibal.
That's good, friend. Very, very interesting. You can just see the how many steps, how many fields, how many buttons. It's easy to see how the bots can do this for the user. When we when we show this to business users, they love that, because hey, now I can go to vacation. I have a bot working for me. So this is interesting. Thank you, Fernando.
I'm sorry that I couldn't show my screen. It's because I have to change the notebook here, and I have some problem with that. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem, Fernando. Okay, guys. Let's now share some additional information for you who wants to learn more. Okay. First tip here: keep your eyes on the market. Okay, but keep also your ears open to your customers. Okay, it's important, we are tracking, let's say let Gartner, Forrester, and ISG. You can have some trends, you can have some information, you can have some good articles, good material about how the RPA and also the hyperautomation technologies, how they are growing. Okay, not only in SAP world, but also in other, vendors, players. There are a lot of SAP guides, good SAP guides. Okay, how to buy, how to install it, how the administration guides. In the first session, the first let's say conference that we have some months ago, we showed some demo. Fernando and I, we are presenting something here. We showed a demo about the ERPI of SAP. Okay. And then we showed the desktop agent user. So there's a guide how to handle that as well. There's a security guide. Okay, so SAP is becoming more and better with the documentation. Who works with SAP for so many years, like me in the past, it was not like that, but nowadays it's much better. Okay. Something that didn't exist in the past. So free courses, we have an Open SAP, we have some free courses of SAP RPA as well. Okay, for community, this is very, very good. We have the website of the community for RPA. Okay, please check that. There is also IRPA group on SAP Jam, okay, with good content, with good information. There is also a podcast there are a lot of things, a lot of resources, a podcast as well, who wants to run and to listen for some information about IRPA. Marcel loves to run, right, Marcel? So this is something you can run. You can run and listen to your podcast for RPA as well. Okay.
I love it. Very good recommendation.
Okay, I'm bringing here you can share this presentation with you, but we prepared here some information about RPA for low code and no code development. This is something very good as well. Okay. And how SAP is empowering developers with these new technologies. Okay. We have a different options. So the challenge here is try to understand what kind of options we have and have a good understanding about the needs, about the business. I usually say that it's not possible to create good software if you're not expert also in business. It's important to be good with technology, but it's very important to understand the business, the rules. Otherwise, you automate something that will not make sense for the user, okay? And understand what their expectations for human beings, like we show in the beginning of this presentation with the people transformation movement, okay? And follow the experts, right? I'm not an expert. I'm just, let's say, I like this new world of RPA. I'm trying to getting more information. We are being able, Fernando and I, we are working with some things here at Prime Control to have some developments with our colleagues, not only for RPA, but also for automated testing. This is something that users love because, every time you need to have some change and you need to test and perform some regression testing all the scenarios for purchasing, for sales, for production, for accounting. You know, people from finance, there's a lot of information, a lot of bank accounts, a lot of postings. And if you have bots to automate the execution of the process for you, and also to perform some testing for UAT, for all those kind of things. So this is something that we are trying to getting more specialists on that. Okay, and we have a lot of good people here, people that work for the SAP community, and it's important to follow them. Okay, so this is what we have prepared for today. I hope you were able to see some new things, new stuff for your career, for your work. Of course, we know there's a lot of new terms, a lot of new things, but it's, you know, in technology, who works with technology, we don't have other option. It is not to track and understand and to see how to use all these new resources and technologies. Okay. Now I would like to open for questions. We can track your chat here.
Hannibal, I saw you have showed Prime Control. You have also a boot store there, right? If you want, you can talk more about that. I thought interesting because we have also boot store in SAP, and then lots of boots options there already available to be executed. If you have more options to share with the people, would be great.
Okay, first, what I would like to complement here, our to have some robot products, you know, but our idea is to have ready-to-use bots. Okay. So we're talking about your specific components that are common between them. Our bot place.
Are you muted, Anibal?
Hello, can you hear me? Now, can you hear me?
You are
muted. It's fine.
Oh, sorry, you have an issue. Yes, we have an issue with the internet here. Sorry. But anyway, we understand that we can create some bots ready to use for the companies.
Can see you, Anibal. We can hear you because you are in mute. I think you have muted another participant here.
Let me move here. Now it's better.
But I'm not understanding any sound here.
Sorry, my second. Sorry. Better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about
no.
communicate.
We still can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Well, I'm hearing him.
Marcel, we can hear him.
Hi, Ludwig.
Marcel, we can hear Anibal and
Okay.
Right now, we can hear you right now, Anibal.
Okay, let me try to answer your question. So,
okay.
So let me share my screen as well here.
Okay.
This is our bot store. Okay. So what we are facing, what we're understanding on our business, on our market here is that although we have some companies that have some specific needs and process and rules, but we also have things that are common among different companies here. So why not creating a bot store or a bot place where a person can go there like a store, normal store, and try to see if we have good options on the shelf, okay, and try to sign this bot and start using, and connecting with your systems and solutions, okay. So here we have the bot place. We have some specific bots here. You can try yourself here, okay. For instance, we have one for billing here. So this is what we have created. We have some custom RPA as well. It's possible to handle that. So this is some bots with interaction with telecom companies here in Brazil, TIM, Oi. So you can check if your invoice, try to integrate with your ERP. So this is some examples of we have published so far in our bot store. Okay.
Awesome, great. It's good. I'm just asking this because one question. Previously, we had a question regarding the estimated effort to build a robot from scratch, and then people are really concerned about the effort, the upskilling of the professional to be able to build a bot, and then if you have a kind of ready to use, the bots and the no coding solution. And it's more suitable for clients because this is a kind of people need to understand which kind of effort from client side they need to implement RPA. And then this is also something I heard from clients when we talk about the automated solution to do a lot of process, in Brazil or in countries that we have a strong localization, we have lots of work to do, repetitive work, and then IRPA is perfect to them. But people are still missing information about the estimated effort and all kinds of robots that's ready to use there. And so SAP provide a bot store, and also Prime has a bot store as well. And it's great. Rutvik, any questions there, Rutvik?
Yeah, there is one question I have posted in the chat, Zoom chat.
Anibal, you can check here in Zoom chat.
Yeah, I can see here.
Perfect.
What's the amount of work necessary to adapt a bot from one company to another one? Let's say code, CNPJ, document types, and so on. Okay, good question, Ludwig. So the best answer, it depends how different is the process. But anyway, when we work with bot development on a product perspective, we try to be more generic as possible, okay, to have some options of configuration, okay, instead of having some hard code or some specific thing that would be difficult to reuse from a customer to another, okay. But anyway, we have usually here we can have, depending on the type of the robot and the change, we have some situations with something around 40-80 hours for a ready to use bot. We can try to do some adaptation and to start running, okay, because the idea here is to offer a bot store using some cloud resource as well. We use AWS here for prime control, okay, and then the idea is to have a lot of tenants. And you can connect, you can use all the resource of connectivity of the cloud as well, because we know that different customers, they have we have some security rules to follow, okay. It's not only the process but also the security stuff. Sometimes you need to connect with different endpoints. So, but it's possible to handle that using let's say, a generic approach for development, and also the connectivity resource from a hyperscale cloud platform that we use here, okay?
Yeah, I think those are the questions which are posted in the live chat.
Okay. Great, Anibal. And you have mentioned there tax as a service. I heard that SAP is going to sunset tax as a service. Have you heard about this, Anibal?
Yeah, in fact, I'm having a work here that I need to analyze what is the best tax determination, tax calculation solution. Let's say I'm evaluating here some options from some vendors here in Brazil. But I also see that SAP, in this case for Brazil specifically, they acquired a company and they are investing on that. I'm not sure yet, but if this something that they will have a standard tax as a service here, but we are trying to monitor and track if the SAP will launch that in the market. Okay, so let's see.
We never know.
We never know. I see different external vendors. I'm seeing some movement on external vendors in order to, instead of using the calculation in RPA, to provide all the information and the change and updates outside. Okay, and we have some mixed situations as well. I saw some cases where we can keep using the tax procedure, tax calculation in SAP, but you can use a specific service to update this, so they go to the tax authorities and get the monitor the change. Also we have a new rate or a new code or a new rule, a new exception. They go and then update that automatically in SAP. Okay, this is what we are seeing more. Okay, and the tax service on SAP and S/4HANA Cloud is also an important way of implementing tax for different countries, especially in Brazil, right, Marcel?
Yes, indeed. Well, any additional comments, Ludwig?
Yeah, no, that's all from my side.
Fantastic. Anibal, thank you very much for be again here, present, doing a session in the online track, SAP Intelligence online track. This is the second time we have you here. Great presentation. Well, very interesting, and all people from financial account was present here, and great. Also, thank you also, Fernando. Any comments of you?
Any comments, Fernando?
For you both? Yeah.
No, for me, no.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to be here again. And let's keep moving, studying RPA, studying this new technology, and try to implement the best way we can. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.